Hey, there's my favorite employee. Look, I know that the rapture is here and the end of days are upon us, but you're still coming in Monday, right? Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and that you are having a great day. And in today's video, I'd like to sit back in my chair that is not being squeaky. I don't know why. And I'd like to have a little conversation with all of you guys about Digimon. Digital monsters. That's right. It's been a while since I've talked about a Bandai card game not named One Piece. And I figured I should probably give some attention to the one that they're printing right now that I like the most. Digimon does not seem to get enough attention and affection and love from the internet these days, which is a shame because, again, I've said this before and I'll say it several times. I think of the Bandai TCGs, it is by far the best. Whether that holds true 10 years from now, who knows? By then, I imagine they'll have a plethora of new TCGs under the belt. But I still very much like the Digimon card game. So let's talk about the market. Let's talk about what's going on with some of the boxes. And just as a preamble to the ramble, this is not a meta-analysis video. I do not have enough time to play Digimon nearly as much as I would like. I still have a Diaboromon deck that I have not updated in like 2 years easily. So I don't play the game a whole lot. I have zero idea about the meta, so this is not a meta-analysis video. This is not a how healthy is the game video. This is just a how do the boxes look video, okay? If you're looking for a meta-analysis video for Digimon, find another channel, because that's just not here. That's not what I do. With that out of the way, let's talk about the most recent set to release, BT24, I think. There's been a lot of sets. Time Stranger, which came out a bit ago, and it's based off of the popular Digimon video game, Time Stranger. And for a set tie-in to a video game, one that was quite popular from what I understand, I'm actually quite surprised at where Time Stranger settled on the market. You can get boxes right now for between $75 to $80. And there is quite a bit of cool stuff to collect and want in the set, but for 75, 80 bucks, I need to be clear, that's not the worst we've ever seen. In trading card games, for instance, I mean, look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's not even the worst we've seen in Digimon. Look at Classic Collection. But it is quite surprising because I do believe Time Stranger itself was a fairly solid set. And again, you'd think that that whole video game tie-in thing had some collectible potential. To complicate the situation a bit is the fact that there's a lot of desirability in here. And make no mistake, like a lot of cool cards here. I think there's like 6 cards in the set at least that I last time I checked. There's at least 6 cards in the set that are over $100. At least 2 or 3 of them are over $300. That's crazy, right? Very loud truck that's zipping by. So it's crazy to me that not only is this based off a video game that's quite popular, it looks like a solid set. It's got some really collectible cards. Why is it sitting at 70 to 80 bucks? I don't know. MSRP for this, I believe, unless I'm hilariously out of date, I think Digimon MSRP is still around $120 for the regular sets. I don't know where it is for the bonus sets, but for regular ones, I could have sworn it was 120-ish. Now, I know part of that is just a lot of interest is pulled elsewhere in the TCG market right now. One Piece is still a super hot topic. Pokemon is still a hot topic, so people are kind of pulled away from Digimon. That capital is pulled away from Digimon into those other things. But still, you would have thought that Time Stranger would be the one that, like, really kicked the, kicked the trend, so to speak, and really rock it up there. And maybe it will. Maybe it will, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Dog? Am I hallucinating? I could have sworn I just heard a dog. There should not be any dogs anywhere near the property. I could have sworn I heard a dog just there. Of all the things to interrupt a recording, I was not expecting a dog. All right. I suppose that'll be our cue to transition to the next topic, which is the next set coming out, which is coming out soon. I believe pre-releases this weekend or next weekend. It's the bonus set, EX11, Dawn of Liberator, which is based on, I don't know. I do not know what this is, if this is based on a specific release or not. But I will say that there's a lot of chatter about this set online. In some of the places I frequent, there's a lot of people discussing it, and it's not hard to see why. Because if Time Stranger had potential because it was based off of a very relatively popular video game, a very popular Digimon video game, I'd say, Dawn of Liberator has potential because just looking at the gallery, it's not hard to see why people are. It's not hard to see why people are giving this set a second look, because there's some really cool, nice SP rare alt arts in the set, and they remind me and a lot of other people of the One Piece manga rares, which, if you have any idea what a manga rare is for One Piece, then you know that the average person might just look at this and go, oh, wow, it's the same kind of rarity, it's the same kind of exclusive card, which might have an impact on how the set goes after release. No sales data or anything, because it's not out yet. We haven't even had the pre-release, I believe. But still, the fact that we got these what look like manga rares coming for Digimon. They aren't actually manga rares, I know. They're SP alt arts or whatever. But still, the set looks dope. It's got these manga-esque rares in it. And it's another bonus set. And bonus sets tend to do better than the regular sets with Digimon. Not always, because again, the first bonus set was a Classic Collection, which did not do well. That one it was awful. Ask anybody who was playing Digimon at the time. There was a lot of momentum in Digimon going into a Classic Collection. There was a lot of hype. There was a lot of, like, Digimon's the best game ever. And then Classic Collection released. And it felt like the entire hype around Digimon fizzled once Classic Collection launched. And I believe, like, even to this day, Classic Collection boxes are still absolutely astronomically low, with so little value in the set itself and so little desire to collect it, which is a shame because it has those retro arts, which is really cool in my opinion. But getting off of that topic, in Digimon as a whole, people have asked me in the past where I see different card games going, and Digimon is the one that I'm most optimistic about because, in my opinion, of the band, it's the Bandai TCG I'm the most optimistic about. Let me rephrase that. It's the Bandai card game that I am the most optimistic about because I genuinely believe it plays the best of the Bandai card games, and I believe it has genuine collectability for a lot of its higher tier cards. Those pool rares, those alternate arts, they look really nice. There's a lot of detail and love applied to them. It's got so much attention to detail in a lot of the arts. They look really... Let's see if I have any on the desk here. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. I didn't actually think I had any Digimon cards on the desk at the moment. This is Metal Tyrannomon. It's hard to see it, but there's a lot of, like... It's got like a multi-layered foiling going on here, and I just really think that's kind of cool. This is like a $1 card or something. And it just looks so cool. And I can't understand that because the alt arts and all that jazz, with their pull rates and how hard it is to get them, and the fact that some of these sets are just out of print, you can't find them anymore for a reasonable, like, most people just don't have them. You'd be surprised at how cheap a lot of this stuff is. And collectible, too. So, for my money, I think Digimon's just the one that I have a lot of faith in. Or I suppose I should say, it's the one that I hope sticks around the longest, because it's got the most going for it. You might have heard me say that, and you might have translated that to, Uncle Frank thinks One Piece is going to fail. No, I don't think One Piece is going to fail. I don't think the Dragon Ball Fusion World is going to fail. In fact, I think Dragon Ball Fusion World is going to have a resurgence right now. But I hope Digimon is the most successful. I hope Digimon's the one that lasts the longest. Yes, a lot of the older sets, even the very first sets in the game, do not have a lot of hype around them right now. I mean, you can get a case of 12 boxes of the very first set in the game for like $1,000 or less, probably. 2,000 or less, probably. Which is kind of a shame for how old and how cool that first set was. That was a really cool set. Battle of Omni was a super hyped set. I remember I remember when Battle of Omni like first launched and people were super excited about that one. There was a lot of cool stuff going on in Digimon when it first was like when it was fresh, you know, when it was new, it was hot. And I still believe that it is the best of the Bandai games. And I hope that what we have coming with Dawn of Liberator and more sets down the pipeline, I hope that as more people play the game, collect the game, and yes, give their scalpy attention to it once One Piece becomes completely unaffordable, I do hope that some life is breathed back into it, because it's just good, and I have a lot of love for it. So that's all I got for you guys today. Digimon continues to underperform, but it's still kind of a fun game, you know? If you are super into Digimon, I've said this before as well, if you are super into Digimon, now is a great time to buy boxes, because so many of them are well under MSRP. Especially if you're just a fan of collecting them, because a lot of these cards look nice. Again, where'd that metal Tyrannomon go? A lot of these cards look really nice. Really nice. And they're so cheap. So if you're into Digimon, congratulations. Digimon, unlike One Piece, is super easy to get a hold of. If you're into Digimon finance, then hold steady. Maybe it'll turn around someday. But that's really all I got. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave a comment down below if you agree with me, disagree with me, think I'm crazy, whatever have you. Check out the Discord, check out the Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.